and just fucking things up. Yeah, I'm getting really pissed off. I can't think of this game. Age of Empires.
No, excuse me.
No, it's not that one.
I spent a lot of time on Command and Conquer back in the early PC days, setting up lands and shit.
Oh, you know what I played in the early PC days? And I didn't have a computer. We used to do this at school.
Oregon Trail.
No, Street Fighter. It was
Really?
a green. It was like a black and green background and shit. It looked like shit. You had to be good, which I was, and you got like poker chips. And if you got these poker chips during lunch, you can go up to, I think it was the music room was where they had the computers. I forgot where the computer. I don't know what the fuck it was, but you can go up there and you can play a couple games. And Street Fighter was one of them, or some sort of fighting game. I'll have to ask my brother when I talk to him. Where did I put that fucking? Because we would do that shit at lunch at times. Do like lunch/recess. Damn, I miss those days. Shit. That stupid ass shit.
This is another reason I know I'm getting too old. This used to be one of my favorite games, and I can't remember the fucking title. How you forget your favorite fucking one of your favorite games?
Phone a friend.
Because you haven't played it in a decade?
Yeah.
A decade. He hasn't played that shit.
2.5, 3 for him.
Yeah. James hasn't played that shit in like 35 years.
Yeah.
Back when he was 15.
Well, 30 years, we're talking Atari. It's not an Atari game.
No, definitely not. No, it's I want to say it was Super Nintendo.
You sure it wasn't SimCity?
There was a SimCity for SNES? Nah.
I think so.
I'd love to see that. That cartridge is going for a lot of money. That's for goddamn sure if that existed.
Is it this one?
Sim Theme Park was the shit, and Theme Park.
Oh, yo, theme park was nuts. I made some fucked up roller coasters.
I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Okay, I think it's
dreary tonight.
I think
Huh?
it's called Romance of
How's
the Three
everybody doing?
Kingdoms.
Everybody looks so dreary tonight.
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. I was downstairs watching Iron Man.
Gotcha.
Iron Man 1?
Yeah. Got like a half hour left.
Oh, I'm at that. I just finished that one shot of the
Agent Carter?
Nope.
Or something
The one-
funny happened on the way to Thor's hammer.
That one right there. I just finished that one.
Nice.
Probably one of the funniest minute and a half, 2 minutes in the entire MCU.
Yeah, it was. It was like 2
Like, what
minutes
the
long.
fuck?
Yeah. I was like 2 minutes. I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Fuck.
No fucking. Some ass kicking.
You gotta like rub one out before or something, man, so you can last at least 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know. That's very true.
Okay, the game was Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Oh man, so the Three Kingdoms, never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
I think you're making it up, James.
No, that shit was so addicting because it's 2-player. No, actually, you can up to 4-player. Well, you create you name it, you take one over to one of the fucking dynasties, wherever the hell they are, and you name it whatever you want. But then you start off with a little bit of shit, then you got to slowly build, and you get raid. You can raid people.
Raid my body. No.
They'll come and try to fuck your shit up. So you got to like get the newer technology. You got to get the catapults and everything. We used to play that shit all night for some reason. But now I look at it like, could I be able to sit there and play this again without me losing my mind and getting bored real quick? I think phone apps fucked it up for me.
Phone apps? Oh, because
Like
games?
Yeah, because the games you play, like even the fighting games on there, then
Like
you're playing it, you get disappointed in the phone apps, but then you look at the real game, like, I don't know if I want to play that either.
You know what I used to play on the phone? Because I'm not really a big phone guy for games. Clash of Clans.
Yeah,
the
that
PC,
was one
not
of them.
that game.
I played that until they told me I had to spend money to buy shit to move on. I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Basically.
Yeah, that and League of Legends. Man, so many people fucking love that shit right
But,
now.
no, I'm lying.
Yeah, I used to have
play,
that.
League of Legends, was that like Marvel Heroes or something?
Yeah,
Or some superhero shit? Okay, I played that for a little bit, and I
that's not what I'm
played
talking about.
Oh, that's not the one? The League of Legends, not the Marvel? Oh, I was thinking the Marvel one.
It's like it's a dungeon crawler. It's like fucking mini fucking like
Mexicans.
a Diablo / God of Legends type deal.
Okay.
Yo,
Dungeon crawler.
that movie. James, have you started watching that movie post, that 100 movie post? Have you started watching any movies on that yet?
No.
Oh man.
I don't want to open it until I have somewhere to put it. I'm going to get
Frame.
Well, no, you
on
don't
the
wanna-
wall somewhere. But I'm going to get a background so it's the paper's just not on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to have like a background for it.
I see what you're saying. I just
Yeah.
put it on the wall because so far we did 2 movies. It was The Ring, and then the second movie was called like Adukata.
Okay.
Wait till you see that shit. Oh my god.
I can't. Yeah, there's a lot of movies on there I didn't see. I can't wait.
Like I'm just going from left to right, and then like I'm watching every single movie. If I've seen it or not, I'm watching every single fucking movie on there.
Nice.
That movie was fucking funny, bad.
Which movie?
It's called Adukata. Lots of titties and bush. That's the shit I was talking about in the group
Oh,
chat.
that's what
okay.
you're talking about? Okay.
And what was funny was Kyle was like, "Do you mean bushels of titties?" I was like, "No, lots of bush and titties."
Bushels of titty.
Two separate things, buddy.
2 separate, lots of bush because the movie was from like the 70s. It's like
Yeah.
it was almost like a softcore porn. There was a lot of titties and bush in there.
Well, they could do that because the bush hides everything.
Full bush.
Full bush.
Yeah, the 70s there was a lot of like
Bush.
what we would consider today like porn, like softcore porn, but that was like actual porn basically, or porn with a plot.
Yeah.
Because like basically porn the way that we view it now. I mean, if you showed people like even 40 years ago the porn that's on the internet now, people would be like,
They'll lose their fucking minds.
They'd be like Quagmire in that one Family Guy episode.
When he doesn't leave the house.
Like,
Yeah.
why is this girl dressed like a cat?
He comes out with bloodshot eyes and one arm 10 times the
Yeah,
size
his
of
arm
the
is like jacked. Yeah. Because like stuff like that would be porn. Like that was porn. Just like seeing titties. Oh my god, titties, and then
Yep.
like it's so bad that people would jack off at a theater. Like I can't imagine like
Pee Wee Herman.
yeah, he fucking did that. I cannot imagine doing that, man. It's like-
I know one thing. If I talk to him, interview him, and the one question I would ask him, and if he doesn't do this, I won't be a fan ever again.
What?
I would ask him, when you orgasm, do you go? You gotta do his laugh, man. You know.
Fair question.
The word of the day is go.
And he'd be like, "You want to jack me off, and we'll see."
Oh,
Yeah, that dude is crazy, man.
James is getting out of hand, and the show hasn't started
already.
yet.
Yeah, I know.
We're about to start.
We're in for a spicy one, boys.
Just think, he probably let one loose in that fucking talking chair when he's yelling.
Oh no, he said, "Hey, let's lift up your cushion real quick."
I did like him
Oh
in
god,
Gotham.
this is gonna go sideways real quick.
It is.
Seriously,
It is. And we're on another episode of Popcorn and Pints, people.
Episode 68.
Yes. So the lucky number's next. And we told you that for episode 69, we're going to pick 2 crazy films, which we actually accidentally kind of stumbled on, or not stumbled on. Ibrahim sent them. I believe you sent them both. The puppet movies.
I honestly don't remember saying we were gonna do that for episode 69.
Yeah, we did.
I believe you.
And then last weekend, I remember when the whole Puppet Puss thing came into fruition.
Hashtag Puppet Puss.
We were like, yo, because we had these movies already picked. We already spun the wheel. Like, yo, the following episode we should do it because it was still hot. Like it's still, you know what I mean? So and it just happens to be episode 69. So I feel like it's just like, you know what I mean? We wanted to do something for 69, episode 69, and we got it. That definitely wasn't planned for us to pick those films, but so it'll be a surprise, guys. Just pay attention
whatever works.
to events and shit because I'm excited for that shit. So, gentlemen, how's everybody doing?
Whatever.
All right.
What's going on?
Good.
Getting hydrated.
Living the dream.
Ibrahim, James,
I'm good. Just relaxed.
just relax. Happy to hear that.
For how long, we'll see.
Yeah, James got a little wild. He got a little loosey goosey, guys.
Yeah.
I guess he's drinking the same thing this week that he was drinking last
Like a
week.
ticking time bomb in that corner of the screen there.
So that's why he's
That's what it is. The filter thing
Mom's
unlatches.
Hey,
What's
My mom.
Susan? Good to see
Sumadre.
Hey, Mom. How's it going? Listen, if James gets out of hand again, feel free to slap him on camera because we'll
Spank him.
love that, and it'll be
Yeah.
recorded.
It's true.
I'd be fucked up if she came up and did it.
That'd
I
be
hope she
great.
does. I hope she does. So, Puerto Rican Chris, you got your coin to flip to see which movie we're doing first.
I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Got my yun.
All right,
I
and
have a
this
feeling
time,
whatever it is, we're going to be talking about Kingdom of Heaven a lot longer. Than...
heads, this is England. Tails, Kingdom of England.
We'll see.
Wait, what?
Kingdom of England.
I got the movies mixed up. You guys know what I mean.
Kingdom of England.
Did you say Kingdom of England?
He did, yeah. He did.
Okay,
What
so
do we do?
we
Hear
can
that,
be sure
James?
which one's which. So heads is this is England and tails is Kingdom of Heaven.
Sure.
Yes,
All right.
that's what I meant.
It's gonna land on heads.
I forgot what it was.
Heads.
This is England.
Okay.
This
Yep.
one's a quick one for me.
Okay.
Can I go first?
Go
Sure.
ahead.
I didn't watch it.
Ah, boo.
I had no desire to, and I wasn't even gonna try. Fucked it. I ran out of time to even try.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, is what it is.
That's disappointing.
I'm done.
Oh, there you go.
So basically, you can't get a rating then,
Nope.
Not
right?
for that one.
No, yeah.
0.
Nope.
Blank spot for him.
Just NA.
NA.
For him.
NA.
It's
Not
NA.
applicable.
Not
applicable.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh shit! All
All
right,
right,
well,
I'll go next. So
hang on, James. Hang
we
on.
waiting for.
Trying something a little
Oh,
different.
okay.
Boom.
Oh, spotlight.
So there's a few parts that made me laugh. The story itself, it's like, you know, I'm going to give it a 4.
4. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like that bad.
I'm going to give it a 5. It was
Nice.
interesting enough. I consider this another Ibrahim movie that needed subtitles.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not that white or English.
You sure?
But
What the fuck you said?
some good acting, an interesting story. So give it a 5.
And James, you said you gave it a 4, right?
Yep.
Brahim?
Yeah, so I'm not even really sure why I put this on the wheel.
Me either.
But I'm really glad I did. I really like this movie. I really like this movie. So I think that, so first off, you got to understand there's a lot of historical context that's going on in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know what the Falkland War was? Does anybody know what that was?
I heard it. Don't know what it was about.
Okay.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So in the 1980s, so what we got to understand is like in the 1980s, and that's really what this film's about, is like what happened in the 80s. And there was kind of a thing that happened it happened in the United States too, where there's sort of this like decline. And because of that, people started going to these right-wing politicians. And so in the United States, it was Ronald Reagan. And in the UK, it was Margaret Thatcher. And they both have very similar policies, right-wing, militarism, nationalism, sort of what we would call neoliberal economics, deregulating, stuff like that. And one of the things that they did was they fought this war in South America. So Argentina had claim to these islands called the Falkland Islands. Those islands were taken over by the British Empire, and they then colonized them. They put British people there. And basically throughout the 20th century, England lost their empire. A bunch of these countries became independent. Not easily either. Like they fought to keep these things under their empire, but then it still went away. And that created even more decline in the 60s and 70s and 80s in England, which caused more kind of consternation amongst people. So Margaret Thatcher, being a sort of right-wing militaristic person, decides to basically lay claim to these islands definitively. Like Argentina was like, no, these are our islands. It was part of our country. You guys took them without right. And so we're now going to lay claim to them. And then England fought back and started a war over a bunch of fucking islands. But it's not really about the islands. It's about the militarism. It's about creating a nationalistic fervor in people so that you can gain more political power. So by doing that, they fight this war over a bunch of fucking islands that they win, of course, because they're fighting against Argentina. and because they win, the Conservative Party wins the next election. So it's almost like they fought a war to win an election, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. And so this story is about this kid whose dad died in this war. His dad died in the Falkland War. Oh, so he's fighting a war over a bunch of fucking islands so that someone can get reelected.
Yep.
Right? And so it's really like fucked up, and it's like a fucked up thing to do, to like just frivolously do these things. And we're now seeing, so this is just a coming of age film about this guy. He doesn't have a dad. There's this malaise in the country. There's this great, like, right in the beginning, you see there's this graffiti on one of these, I guess it's like a church. It's like an old abandoned church, and it says, Margaret Thatcher's a twat. Maggie's a twat.
Yeah.
So basically, people fucking hate her. I saw this video like a while back, like Margaret Thatcher died. It's like, oh, they're doing interviews in the streets, like, oh, aren't you sad that Margaret Thatcher died? And the woman was like, no, fuck Margaret Thatcher. I hope she goes to hell. So there's a lot of people who fucking hate her and what she did, and how people felt that they hollowed out the country. Anyway, so all this plays into this, like, because of that, what arises out of it is this kind of nationalism. And then you guys start getting like skinheads, and people start going even further right wing. And that's kind of where we come into with the story. And so you just see how the politics and the culture, all this affects the people who actually live in England and what it does to them. This is what it does. This is what this type of politics